Well, never had that happen before. Ah, there we go. There's that. That. All right. Hoo-ah. All righty. Good deal. Let me go here. Let me go there. Let's go to that. Go there. Go there. Ha! Oh, I don't know what happened. I just looked up, and I think what happened is my girlfriend's cat hit the power cord. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Seriously, I don't know what happened. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like you guys are here, but you're not over here in this chat window over here. So that's just got to be the strangest thing I've ever seen. Let me do this. Okay, let me do this real quick. This won't take but a hot second. So I have to go here, 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 there. Um, let's see here. Go to YouTube Studio. Go to my videos. Go to live. Let's see here. Yes, it's weird. It's like that video didn't even. Huh. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I am confused because you guys are not over like in the creator section room. You all aren't over there. So it's just odd. So, but anyway, mic check 1 2. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. So that's just the weirdest set of circumstances. But anyway, like I said, let's that's the way it goes. You know, it did not let's see here. Let me go back to my channel now. And you guys are here, but you're not over there. So I don't know what's going on. All right. So it's just weird. So, all right, let's start over again. So the REC, what is happening? King Darren 95, yeah, what is going on? The REC again, what's happening? Super Lumen Hyena, appreciate you, brother. How are you? Let's see here. Must have found a gamer girl. No, I just think a cat is just. I actually had to put the cat in the other room, and I had to reboot the computer. Sam Ash, what's happening, brother? Philip Sin 22. How are you doing, young man? Let's see. Shout out to all the members who are making it possible here. Sam Ash. So Sam Ash says now, oh yeah, you guys gotta leave it alone. I'm buying Halo Infinite. I if they're having all kind of problems at the studio, if they are having problems at 343, then they need to just push the game back. It's that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna down or wreck the game. That they did that themselves. Microsoft did that to themselves. BJ Holloman, how are you doing? Taras is great. Says sup with the happy face. Says yes, PS-5 has D.L.S.S in it. Sony just can't use the term. Well, I don't. I think yeah, DSLL or DLSS. Did I put it in there wrong? Should it say DL? I have DSLL. Oh yeah, you're right. I have to change that. Hold on. Let me go in here and let me change that. Let me go to where is it? Go to the text. I can change that real quick. Um, So it's D. Let me, okay, I think that's correct. I think I got it right. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the machine learning that was actually announced back last year by a developer at EA, I believe. So, I'll read that into the record because I can't show it on the screen. So, yeah, I mean, there's people arguing on who had more gameplay, and it's just, guys, don't get caught up in their BS. That's all I'm saying to you. I mean, the games were shown. The conference, in my opinion, was straight trash. I gave it a 4 out of 10. Would have given it a 5 out of 10 more than likely, but you had all these fanboys talking all this cash shit, and now they're getting destroyed over it. Also, if you don't know, not Super Lucky's Tales was announced to coming to the PlayStation 4. I think next month. I don't know if it was next month or Friday or something like that. So, um, but yeah, I mean, again, the kid Smooth's the only one out there at war. People aren't at war with him. So it's just he's just being silly at this point, from what I've seen. Okay, if he's being serious, but if he's getting upset at the Cherno, that guy's actually a developer. So I don't know why he would be upset with him. So I watched Cherno's video, and he said it could have been better. And there were some things there that were okay, but overall, he was surprised at the build, and that's what everybody has said. That the build they used was whatever months old and things like that. So, and again, to me, there's nothing more to be talked about. There, there are some of them that are to a point where they're defending Game Pass. And it's kind of like, guys, that's a service that Microsoft has actually shopped to Nintendo and Sony. That both Nintendo and Sony they don't want it. But so there you go. But the Super Lucky's Tale was the breaking news that just happened. So I didn't even have enough time to put that in my list. But if you want to play Cuphead, hit that like button, people. If I'm reading that correctly, there's 42 people and there's only like 12 likes. So hit that like button. Again, I was saying yesterday before I was interrupted, um, the podcast yesterday, that was the most live viewers I've ever had. So shout out to everybody that was here. I did leave I think it's called I forgot what these things are called. Let me go in here and find out. A card. I did leave a card in there for everybody. Uh, if you want to check it out. So, if you guys want to check it out. So, let me put it back in there. Again, create card. Oh, it says I have two of the same kind. All right, very well. But again, I created a card if you all want to watch that. If you weren't able to watch it yesterday. So, shout out to everybody that was here yesterday. And I'm afraid to type something in right here. The thing may freeze again. I don't know. Um, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with Smooth. He's just on a war path. So it is what it is. I just shrug my shoulders. What is going on? Lincoln Clay says afternoon from work, everybody. So Archie, what's going on, brother? NIC, excuse me, NIC. When will Xbox start looking at the leadership? Well, again, the smart ones have. Sunny in VR, how are you doing, brother? How are you doing? Appreciate your support. Yeah, the REC, I thought you were a member. Maybe I was wrong. I could have read that thing wrong. But if you want to check out the membership thing, everybody just go to and check it out. Just let me know what you think about it, because I'm going to do a members-only podcast upload probably Saturday. This will be my last podcast this week. I got to work Thursday and Friday. So, that's which is it is what it is. I've been off since Sunday. I can't complain. Going back in there, get it done. Tarasi is great. No, I've not seen Jack Reacher's video. I don't watch him. Okay. He's taking his channel where he wants to take it. I disagree with what he's doing, but again, I don't watch him. Okay. I'm blocked on Twitter by him, and I do not hardly go over to his I guess what you call it, to his channel at all, because it's just going to be straight BS coming out of his mouth. But again, that's the way he wants to run his channel. These Xbox guys do not want to hear the truth. That's why they look stupid right now. So Gabe New again, it could be Gabe. Gabe Kaplan may prefer the Series X. I mean, buy what you want. I mean, let me make that clear. I'm going to buy the Lockhart, so I don't give a damn about the Series X. I'm not buying the Series X. There's nothing on that system that I want. So I will go ahead and buy the Lockhart and buy a monitor. And again, you all have got to start getting ready. If these consoles do come out in November, December, you're going to have to get a TV and or a monitor that does 120 hertz. Now, whether it's 1440p or 4K or 1080p, that's up to you all. But a lot of us, I'll speak for myself on this one, my TV is only 60 hertz. So, and if you need a true 120 hertz TV, it can't be one of those TVs that, let's see here. So you're a member, just got to get back to it next week. Oh, yeah, you're fine, bro. I couldn't remember or not. I didn't want to assume something, but I appreciate all the support. Tunki Horizon, how are you doing? Sony version of D.L.S.S. So it's D.L.S.S. So I did get it right in there. Okay. It's secret sauce. Well, let's wait and see. I mean, I'll go ahead and read the article, but I did leave a link in the description. It is from let's see here. It's part of is it WCC Tech. Now I don't have a clue on how to put it on my screen. So somebody wants to give me a quick rundown. I'll put it on the screen. When is Lockhart going to be revealed? JP Loco. My understanding is next month. I don't know when Microsoft's next thing is. It was supposed to be in August. So and look, I'm hoping that because next month is the 3-year anniversary of Xbox. Is it the 4-year anniversary? When did the One S come out? The One S came out in July in 16, right? I think it was August of 16. So next year is the 4-year anniversary of Xbox One S. And I'm hoping that they stealth drop it. I hope I can, because my birthday's next month. Okay, you all get ready. Like I said, I'm going to pass the hat around, so as we like to say. But yeah, it's I believe they're going to show it next month. So they would have revealed it by now. Next month, dude. I mean, today's the 29th, so a few more days, we'll be in August. So that'd be cool. So if that'll be my birthday month, I'll get my motherboard. I'll get my motherboard on the 7th. I found a X570 motherboard. I put it in my cart, and so I'm excited about that. I also found, so I'm getting everything next month. I'm excited. The computer will be going into the shop and everything next month. Hopefully the computer goes into the shop the 2nd week of August. That's the plan. The 3rd week of August, and I'll have it out in the 4th week, and I'll be blazing. So I'll be blazing. So, but yeah, so we're going to talk about the machine learning that was in the Wired article over a year ago. I left a link in the description there. PS-5, D.L.S. Again, they can't call it that because that is NVIDIA. Does AMD have a workable solution? That's why I put down solution. So will they have something similar to that? All right. And Cuphead, of course, we know went to the PS4. Super Lucky's Tale is now available next week or week after next. So support Cuphead, people. That's an order. There you go. Go ahead and buy that. It's $20. Now again, I'm getting the motherboard first, and then I will go ahead and get that. I still gotta beat. All right, here are the games I gotta beat. I gotta play Ghost of Tsushima, and I gotta play Code Vein. I'm gonna stream Code Vein probably starting next month. So everybody get ready for that. I'm also going to, but yeah, today is not super lucky. I can't get it off my brain. Ghost of Tsushima is today for me. I've been trying to squeeze that in, and I'm going to put it on hard, and I'm going to order a pizza, and I'm going to go to work. And that'll be right after my podcast. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Marlon Gaming Nation. I think he's starting to do his podcast at 2 p.m. What I'm going to do, well, I'm going to talk to the rest of the ponies about this. Maybe in Discord. I want to set up like a network for you guys. That way, everybody knows a rough time on when people are going to podcast. And shout out to Jay Barry. I know he's starting another podcast August 1st. So yeah. So PUG channel says put Ghost of Tsushima on lethal. Well, it's on. I'm gonna put it on hard. I mean, is lethal part of the new game plus? Um, yeah. I mean, we got a lot of games. I never played Destroy All Humans. Mike, like I said, she loves that. I mean, she wants that. She's already looked at me twice. Like, yeah, I want that game. So, yeah, I don't know where the 52 CUs are. So, but we'll get into it. So let's talk. So you all know Cuphead and Super Lucky Tales is one is out, one is coming, and I can just simply tell you that more games are going to be announced for the PS4 and PS5. But we're going to go ahead and go to the story here. If I can go ahead and get this to work right. Let's actually go ahead to now. I've got the what is from Comic Book here. What are they talking about? All right, comicbook.com, Comic Book Gaming is talking about the PS4 players, the new free game, which we all know is there's Fallout, there's the Fall Guys, I'm sorry, there's the Call of Duty one, is the big one, Modern Warfare. Now again, I don't know what exactly the new things they've done to Modern Warfare Part 2. So maybe you all know it. Type it in the description. Modern Warfare 2, and the one that's out right now. Go if you all know the some of the stuff they put in for the PS4 and PS5 or PS4 and Pro and all that stuff. Just let me know. I mean, I'm not for sure because I haven't downloaded it yet, but I will because I do like the Modern Warfare series. I think it did kind of jump the shark with Modern Warfare 2, but hell, I'll play it again. I don't care. But it's not it is free. So, but we'll go ahead and let's talk about this possible PlayStation 5 D.L.S.S like image reconstruction tech. It's been revealed by a new patent. Now, let's make this clear. Just because it's been patented doesn't mean anything, okay? It doesn't mean jelly beans, right? Doesn't mean jelly bean. So, but here, this is from our friends at WCCF Tech. This was done 5 hours ago by Francisco de May. I think it's De May. It's DE-MEO. How do you all pronounce that if you're over in Spain? Shout out to everybody that's over in Spain, by the way. I love the Spanish people, especially love the ladies, but love the Spanish people. But anyway, says here, now this is a direct read, so here we go. Says a new patent from Sony regarding, you all can go ahead and click the link that I set there and follow along. Says here, a new patent from Sony regarding image reconstruction technology in the vein of NVIDIA's deep learning super sampling technology that could be used for the upcoming PS5 or PlayStation 5 console surfaced online recently. It says the new patent, which was filed back in 2019 but was only published on July 23rd, details technology that is capable of reconstructing an image using a plurality of reference images through machine learning. So it says here that also AMD beat Wall Street estimates, and it posts a second time all high revenue. That's why I'm bullish today. I love that report I got early this morning from them, so I'm loving it. All right, says the patent is sadly only available in Japanese as of now, so many of the details are still unknown. But from the general description, it seems like the system will be an improvement over checkerboard rendering that is used by the PlayStation 4 Pro console. Now, I want to give out a shout out to Foxy Games UK because I don't know if you noticed, but he did tell us that checkerboard rendering that they were going to be able to improve that, improve on that image and what it looked like. Now, I mean, again, shout out to him because again, and I'm going to give, and also I believe Hip Hop Gamer talked about this. So I'm just giving that to the people that I know have talked about this before. But moving on, it says here, says information processing device. I'm sorry, it says an information processing device for acquiring a plurality of reference images obtained by imaging an object that is to be reproduced. Acquiring a plurality of converted images obtained by enlarging or shrinking each of the plurality of references, images, executing machine learning. Now remember, D.L.S.S was on with King Thrash and flat said that the PlayStation 5 did not have this. You know, and that he was and that he thought that because Sony hadn't announced it, but Microsoft had, this means that Sony didn't have it. Well, right now, stuff's starting to look a little spooky right now for you, D-Batch. I'm just letting you know. So it's using a plurality of images to be learned as teaching data that include the plurality of converting images and generating pre-learned data that is used for generating a reproduction image that represents the appearance of the object. That's a lot of plurality right there. So here says as companies do file patents for technology that eventually goes unused, let's make that clear, nothing has been set out in stone. It is not certain that the PlayStation 5 will feature this image reconstruction tech that is detailed in the new Sony patent. Says D.L.S.S 2.0 technology is proving how such technology can result in better visual quality at lower resolutions. Now, if you want to see this in play, watch that Cyberpunk video that they just did about 3 weeks ago. It was 1080p, 30 frames a second. But it was, when you look at it, it looked fantastic. It's using this D.L.S.S. So, all right, it says here the PlayStation 5 launches later this year. Blah, blah, blah. We all know this. So, says yet, but this is yet to be confirmed. We will keep you updated. Blah, 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 blah. Now, that's from WCC Tech. So, again, let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. Nothing is certain, but the fact that a patent has been filed, and then we're going to piggyback this on the next article. There's some smoke here, okay? I'm just saying there's some smoke, not free smoke, okay? King Darren says D-Batch versus yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine. So, but this is not looking good for him. All right, and again, it's not looking good. I mean, I don't care that if it has it or if it doesn't have it. See, AMC dooms theater industry with Universal deal. Wow, I don't know what happened. That's just breaking news. So, shout out to PlayStation Talk. So these PlayStation 5 spec boosts are getting to upset a lot of bots. Well, are these? It's just what's happening is that they're just disclosing it. Now, we don't know if this is true or not. So, you know, that's just D-Mail is Italian, not Spanish. Okay, thank you very much. It's actually M-E-O, but is it pronounced the same? It's D-E-M-E-O. So, just asking. So, again, like I said, I'll be happy to stand corrected. So, NIC says Xbox are punch drunk right now. Well, again, it's simply because they ran their mouths and they talked a lot of cash-ish, and they should have waited for stuff to be disclosed. Sony, again, had games to put out, and they still do. They still have the marketing deal with the Avengers game. That's coming out. When does the Avengers game come out? Heck fire. I can't remember. So, but anyway, let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Does this technology work? Yes, we know it works because NVIDIA used it. Does AMD, again, AMD is not NVIDIA. NVIDIA is not AMD. Does AMD have a technology this like, you know, that has similar things? The answer to that is we're about to find out. Because again, they're eventually this stuff is going to have a deep dive, and we're going to find out if it has it or not. So I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, if they want to turn around and say that Sony hasn't disclosed it yet, so they want to run with they don't have it, that's fine. But I already did a video on this. So just because they haven't disclosed anything, hit that like button, people. You all are really donate a like so we can improve the algorithm of the network. So we got to get into an algorithm that gets us going. So that's free. JP Local says Avengers game is a hard pass. That's fair enough. I mean, I think Sick Humor's getting it, but I don't know if Sick's getting it on PS4, if he's getting it on PC. But I'm wanting to team up with maybe him and Jemiah and maybe one more person. But again, the game might be trash. You're right. I'm not. I mean, I don't know. So, but I like the MCU and the Avengers anyway. I don't like the fact that they don't look like the characters like at all. They don't even look like the comic book characters. I'm like, okay, at least give me the comic book characters, and they didn't even do that. So in that aspect, it is trash, and it looks like that. So we'll have to wait and see. So Rice Eater 79 says there's a second report for machine learning from Sony on share feature w.usgamer.net. Yeah, I mean, again, we're going to talk about that. It's actually machine learning was actually mentioned last year. Shout out to Press Start Kofi. Yes, the Mr. Puddlegate, it's been downgraded himself, actually mentioned that today. So, you know, it is what it is. PUG. So that's what I'll do. Now, let me make this clear for the members. I'm going to get the Avengers game. If you all want to play that game, let me know, because I will be buying that. Okay, I will be buying that. So this says AMD has Fidelity FX. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know how it works. Like I said, this is kind of news to me. So about the D, I mean, again, I was impressed with D.L.S. I actually kicked myself where the sun don't shine. And since we're on the internet, that's my big black behind for not getting a 2060. I literally sat here like, man, I should have got a 2060 because the 2060 has that on it. Also, if you don't know, Horizon Zero Dawn, the PC specs are out. You can actually play that with a 1060 or a 580. So if you got a graphics card in that range, and I think the CPU was like a, I don't know, it may have been a Ryzen 1200. I can't remember. But very minimal to play that game at 60 frames a second on PC. So again, let's see. PlayStation says you hope people know machine learning is software. Both systems can support if they want to. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not saying it won't happen. Do not get me wrong. So, but let's go to the Wired story, because the Wired story, and again, that link is right there. Everybody click the link and follow along. Now, this is from last year. But I'm going to go down to the, let's see here. I'm going to go down. Where did I see this at? Okay. Now, if you go down to the 1, 2, 3, the third paragraph, it starts with the before they do. I'll give you a little bit of time to catch up to me. This is for the people who are following along. But says here, now if you're there, it says before they do, Cerny wants to clarify something. This is when Cerny had to disco. Remember, he had to come back out and say it doesn't do ray tracing. This is that article, okay? It says we last discussed the forthcoming console. He spoke about its ability to support ray tracing, a technique that can enable complex lighting and sound effects in 3D environments. Given the many questions he's received since, he fears he may have been ambiguous about how the PS5 would accomplish this, and confirms that it's not a software level fix, which some had feared. This is ray tracing acceleration in the GPU hardware. He said that. I don't know if you all remember when all that crap happened. This is the article that I'm sourcing. Remember, this is last year. So, you know, it says he said, which is the statement I believe people were looking for. Okay. So, but we'll keep going down here. We'll keep going down. Going down. So, let's see here. I believe we're getting closer. I do remember that. Okay, so I'll read from where it says that difference. So follow along. Okay. All right. I think this is the article. Well, maybe it's not the article. Shoot fire. I have found an article that talked from an EA rep, and maybe I got the wrong one. Well, sugar free. Let me keep reading here. I may have. Let's see here. I mean, but damn it, it's here. Let's see. Aha! Found it. Yes, I had more to go. Okay. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Let's come back up to here. It says that difference has been a long time coming. Product manager Toshi Akai says the controlling team has been working on haptic feedback since the DualShock 4 was in development. They have, that actually looks good. Somebody buy this for my birthday. This is Swedish. Somebody over in Sweden send this to me. I'm thirsty. Okay, so, so they could have even, okay, they even could have included it in PS4 Pro, the mid-cycle refresh, though. Doing so would have created a split experience for gamers. So the feature suite was held for the next generation. There are some other small improvements over the DualShock 4. The next gen control uses a USB Type-C connector for charging. We all know that. Remember, this is from last year, but this stuff now we know we have it. We now know we have it. So it says its larger capacity battery and haptics motors make the new controller a bit heavier than the DualShock 4. But Akai says that it will still come in. I've got to really work on my Japanese, and I apologize up front to everybody in the Asian Pacific realm that's subbed. I've got to get better. I will get better, I promise you. So, but yeah, till now, you just have to deal with my horrible ebonics. So, it says how game studios will use these new features from previous known ones like the SSD and ray tracing acceleration to newer ones like the controller and real-time IU or UI is still a matter of some speculation. While a number of studios already had their PS5 dev kits, the controller prototypes began rolling out much more recently, and no one is ready to name specific titles they're developing for PS5. Says, we're working on a big one right now, says Marco Thrush, president of Blue Point Games. Now, we all know what games Blue Point is doing, okay? If you don't know what game, somebody type in the description what game Blue Point's doing, which most recently worked on last year's PS4 remake Shadow of the Colossus. Now, it comes down here, so that doesn't mean they're not exploring. The SSD really has me excited, Thor says. You don't need to do gameplay hacks anymore to artificially slow players down, lock them behind doors, anything like that. Back in the cartridge days, it's probably a lot of you all are too young to remember that. Back in the cartridge days, games used to load instantly. We're kind of going back to what consoles used to be. Now here's something that I'm looking at. This is why this popped up here. Okay, that's why that popped up there. Says here that this is it. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. I could be really specific and talk about experimenting with ambient occlusion techniques or the examination of ray traced shadows, says Laura Mealy, Chief Studio Officer for EA. More generally, let's highlight this for all you moist fruit booties out there. More generally, we're seeing the GPU be able to power machine learning. That is about the PS5 for all sorts of really interesting advancements in gameplay and other tools. Okay? Above all, she adds, it's the speed of everything that will define the next crop of consoles. Again, speed of everything, not the power. Now, this is from EA Chief Studio Officer. So take your argument, take the BS you've been running and you've been shoveling, take it to her. Tweet her. Email her. Do not bring it to me. I will bust your cheeks with this article. Okay? You're looking at it. Now, this article is over 1.5 years old. So the fact that people have been saying that the PS5 can't do machine learning, when you have the chief studio officer saying that it can, means you're lying your ass off. And that is you, D-Batch. That is you over there on that podcast lying. I don't get it. So, but anybody who is saying it doesn't get it. This article is a year old, but everybody was so caught up. Everybody was so caught up in ray tracing and what Mark Cerny said. It's only going to be software based. Everybody forgot about this. Everybody forgot about that. So, it says that sort of tackle gets a lot easier, Jim Ryan knows, when a burden has been lifted from your shoulders. So say hello to the PS5 officially. Maybe one of these days we'll learn what the thing actually looks like. And again, this article is over 1 year old. So again, there's just too much smoke here. And you got too many people lying their asses off to you. And again, King Thrash set this guy up. And this is partially on King Thrash. So King Thrash, I bet, knew about that article. See, King Thrash, he didn't ask me stuff like this. He didn't ask me stuff like this. That's, again, if you listen to when I did my one-on-one with him and Draco Rex, you got to notice how I was walking through their questions, okay? Not Because again, they were trying. I think they were trying to trick a brother, but I think I was on to them. D-Batch and Post Up, they walked right into these traps. So, and let me make this clear. That's according to the EA person. That's I don't. Machine learning to me is just not a big deal. But hey, look, if it helps the system, if it helps the developer get a tool that helps make his or her job easier, I'm with it. But again, you come here to learn the truth. Okay, and now you have the truth, but it's been in our faces the whole time. But we all been caught up in the BS, myself included. I'm the first one to come out and stand 10 toes down because I was caught up in what Mark Cerny said about ray tracing that we forgot all about what the developer said. Okay, so and I myself included, so I'm standing up first. Hey, this slipped by me, so I didn't even know this was out there. What's up, JS? Is Cuphead any good? It's $20, so go figure. Go figure. So still zero sites of ray tracing on Series X. Well, again, look, the Series X is going to have ray trace games on there. That don't get caught up in that. So, like I said, don't get caught up in their BS. So, I just what I am starting to realize, and this is just me, is that the PlayStation 5 very well may just be a superior console. Okay, and I'm not talking about power wise because the Xbox is more powerful. So do not put words in my mouth. I am just talking about the system itself. Just may be the way the system talks to it, the way the system relays information, the way that the information is passed. Just seems like as is a better system. Shout out to Captain Thug Nancy, like he was saying that SSD throughput that's part of the system. Even if you choose to do nothing, the system's going to load faster. The games are going to load faster. So is Cuphead any good? Well, like I said, it's very frustrating. So I'm just now realizing it, Rice Eater. So I mean, y'all have to forgive me. So yeah, Xbox. Yeah, the lies have caught up to them. So again, I'm just to me it's crazy what's going on. So you bet ray tracing and Ratchet and Clank already you it could have eager. We'll just have to wait for some kind of disclosure. And again, let me make this clear. I'm buying an Xbox Lockhart. Okay, I've said that. I'm standing by it. I'm buying it. I'm also going to buy a monitor that will probably just be 1080p, maybe 140 hertz, so I can enjoy everything. So if it does have D.L.S.S, that's fine. That is fine. I mean, I understand that. So, but I need to have at least 2 HDMI cables hookups because I may be putting a PS-5 and Lockhart on there. So, but yeah, I just never seen any ray tracing. But well, Impatient Fire again. I guess you could say that if you want to do what they did, you could say that PlayStation, Xbox Series X hasn't shown any games with ray tracing on it, therefore they don't have ray tracing. I guess you could do that. Okay, I'm simply asking people not to do that because we both know it's been confirmed by AMD that they will both have ray tracing. But then again, they said AMD was lying, so you could say that too. So you see what I'm saying? I'm simply saying you can kind of look at I mean, Ken Smooth is arguing with the pizza people. I mean, how bad are things when you argue with I can see if you argue with Domino's if they mess up your order. Okay, who's ordered Domino's and they didn't mess it up? They messed mine up last time they delivered. So I know for sure they messed stuff up. Kid Smooth's mad because of what they put out there. I mean, just is stupid. So yes, I'm buying Lockhart. So yeah, I am. I plan on buying Lockhart. So now they could come out and say it don't exist. I'm like, well, I ain't buying Lockhart. I guess. um, yeah, I mean, you already have Series X right now. You're playing Skyrim on it as you type. Yeah, I love Skyrim. I loved it. I bought all the DLC. Of course, I cheated to do the puzzles. You all know that, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, Ratchet and Clank looked like a Pixar movie. You go watch that in 4K. Wow. Ghostface says, do I like Mass Effect Andromeda? I don't like the story of Mass Effect Andromeda. I deleted it from my computer. I needed more space. So it's gone. Um, look, I like the combat. I didn't like the characters, and I didn't like the story. But everything else, graphics were fantastic. It's the best looking Mass Effect game I've ever seen. So, but it says, "Hope really understand." You just said a Lockhart is still. Yeah, I'm buying it. Yeah, I am buying it. So, like I said, the Lockhart. Hopefully, they drop the Lockhart next month. Hopefully, that's their big bombshell announcement. I also hope that they and again, I'll buy that. I'm buying a motherboard. It's all coming together for me. So, yeah, now see, Impatient Fire, I don't know how to do the mods. I've tried to use the, what's it called, Frosty Manager. I don't know how to mod stuff. So, if somebody makes a video showing me how to do the mod, I'll do it. So, but I have no idea how to mod stuff. So, Boss Rush mode coming to Sekiro. Well, Sekiro, that person ain't got no shoes, so you're gonna have that. Why would I buy something not without knowing anything about it? Well, I mean, again, it's been disclosed. Some stuff is out about it. It's going to have 4 T flops of Navi, which makes it about 6.8 GCNT flops, or maybe 7.8 GCNT flops. It's going to concentrate on 1080p 60 gaming, maybe some 1440p 60 games. Again, I mean, that's what I plan on buying. Now, let me get this straight. If it may not even exist, so if it don't exist, it don't matter. And like Johnny Cochran said, if it if it doesn't quit, you must have quit. Didn't he say something like that? So, um, get Cuphead at 10 out of 10. Fair enough. There's lots of no, there's not. No, there's not. I promise you, I've tried to mod Mass Effect Andromeda twice, and to me, it's just not that simple. It's asking me to download something called Frosty Mod Manager, and then you have to put something in a file. Shout out $5 from Rice Eater. Says Sony are a hardware and technology company. Sony for the $5 higher, appreciate it. Sony been on the bleeding edge of innovation tech for 30 plus years. People think Microsoft should have better hardware. Well, I never have. I mean, look, the system, the Xbox system itself is a great piece of hardware. It's very quiet. It's quieter than the PS-4 Pro. Now, the games just did not live up to the billing. That's just that we gotta, everybody's gotta stand 10 toes down on that and quit arguing. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to get an Xbox Lockhart. I mean, if it doesn't exist, hey, there's nothing I can do about it. So, but yeah, so yeah, there's nothing official, but this is what I plan on doing. But again, I plan on getting that motherboard first. That's the first thing I'm doing. Shout out to Newegg. So you might impulse buy Cuphead day one. What's out now? So it is out now, in case you wanted to know. Xbox is so bad. Well, again, I just that is hilarious. I mean, what happened? I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and laughed at it. So, so now Red Gaming Tech just uploaded a video about D.L.S.S. So yeah, Lockhart might just be a streaming box. Well, I've heard it's not going to have a disc in it, which is fine. Again, I've got a 4K Blu-ray player, Samsung, so I'm fine on that. I will not even use the Sony 4K Blu-ray. I'm not going to use it. So what now? For massive. Here's a YouTube video tutorial. Oh, again, it's got me putting stuff in different. How does it talk to the others? Like to me, once it downloads it, it should find it. Like like on PC, it should be a little thing that pops up and says mod detected. Do you want to use yes or no? Why don't somebody invent that? I mean, I have no idea how to make the PC talk to each other, but somebody can just make a program that if you put a mod in, they automatically recognizes it and just puts it in. So it says, you want to use the mod, yes or no? Well, like, yes, But yeah, the mods, I ain't gonna lie, it does look much better. I would throw down on that. I appreciate the link though. But if it's gonna have me moving files around, I actually need to see somebody doing that in real time so I can just mimic what they do. So this it is what it is. Um, it's a good step by step. All right, well, that's fine. I'll look at it again, but I don't have any room for Mass Effect because I put more stuff onto my DCS flight sim game. So Domino's taking shots. Well, again, they may take shots at PlayStation in a couple months. You just never know. I thought it was funny. I thought the Kid Smooth responding to it was funny. Or I think the fact that he's attacking Cherno, that's really bad. Because Cherno, he will say something about that. So, but I don't know why Kid Smooth was so upset. The games that I saw were trash. I mean, Halo looked like trash. Okay, now is it going to look like that at launch? No, but it's disappointing that that's where Halo is. The Medium is the game I keep hearing about, and it's like that's going to be 4K native, 30 frames per second. Again, people are mad about that. So then it turns into so you can't make anybody happy. I don't know why people think all these consoles are going to do 60 frames a second. Not going to happen. So, oh, another $5 holler from T-Easy83. We all made PlayStation Nation. Halo will be delayed due to 343 devs saying about working for Microsoft and Xbox. They're very unhappy at 343. It says add me T-Easy83. Oh, well, that rhymed. T-Easy83, man. If you want to, let's see here. We'll go ahead and T-Easy's a supporter, so we'll go ahead and mod him. And yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's if they delay it, that's fine. Hey, look, I put on Twitter, I want them to delay it. If things are this bad, delay it. So I mean, I'm not against that. I don't care if a game gets delayed. I got all this stuff. Look, Madden's coming out in a couple weeks. The Avengers is coming out. I still got to play Ghost of Tsushima. I got to play Code Vein. I got all this stuff I got to do. Okay, it's just, I mean, after I beat The Last of Us, I'm learning more stuff on my flight sim game on how to do things. So, just it is what it is. So I gotta, I'll be doing more takeoffs and landings in each plane, learning how to use that. So first thing I got to do. So I'm actually efforting trying to get a real pilot on my podcast, a black woman who just got her gold wings. And she flies for strategic planes. So I want to talk to her, and I think that'd be great. So says, to be honest, Robert Cloud says he loves Domino's and putting hot peppers on pizza. I haven't done that one yet. But now, how unhappy? Now, all right. So we know PS-5. Let's go over what we did. PS-5 is going to have some kind of machine learning on it. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what kind, according to EA. According to EA developer, the D.L.S.S, that is still up in the air. We don't know if it's going to do that or not. There's a different, again, they can't call it D.L.S, so they may call it something else. Cuphead and Super Lucky's Tales are on the PS4. So, matter of fact, let me change that right now because that's everybody knew about that, but that happened as I came on yesterday. So we're just gonna have to put change that to Super Lucky Tales PS4. There we go. So all that is there. So Halo Infinite ain't getting delayed. I mean, again, I'm not here to say they can't clean it up. So, but that looked like trash what I saw at that conference. Now maybe they show some more stuff. I don't know. What's up, KIOP901? How are you doing, brother? So they should rename the brand to L-Box. Oh, come on. So, Paul G, what's happening, brother? Paul G in the house. Another member. How you doing, man? Shout out to Paul G. Let's see here. It says Sunset Overdrive will be the next one. Well, Sony already owns that. I think when they bought Insomniac, they bought that title. So we'll have to wait and see. I could be wrong, though. But I think they now own that title. So, but because didn't Insomniac make Sunset Overdrive Part 1? So, what's up, Sick Humor? Hit that like button. Sick Humor putting in work out there. Sick, I was going to talk to you about something. I want to talk to you and Jay Bari. Trying to think of the other content creators. Marlin Gaming Nation. I got an idea. So I wanted to run it by you because you got a good business mind. So y'all are killing me with the Domino's pizza thing. So that is hilarious. So, but look, drop that link again about how to mod Mass Effect Andromeda. So, so yeah, Rice Eater, the $2 holler. Microsoft ever make better hardware? Same time as Sony. I mean, come on, you got two different kind of companies. Um, Microsoft's Xbox S, as far as it being quiet, is extremely. I used to have to look at it to make sure it was still on. Okay, thanks, Invasion Fire. But it is what it is. So yeah, I will play Mass Effect Andromeda if I have mods. So is there a way to connect Phil Smith into? I don't think so. But guys, look, remember the PS because AMD can't call it D.L.S.S. They have to call it something else. Thank you for the $2 holler, Rice Eater. I don't ever recall Sony and Microsoft at the same time having something else. Microsoft has always been much more software based. They want their software everywhere. So, and that's Sony, not so much. So, yeah, PS Pro release, and remember that article said that the Dual Sense control could have came out with the PS4, with the PS4 Pro. So it's been around a while. So it's been around a while. So it's yeah. Sick Humor's right. Yeah, you are right. I mean, I'm not denying that. It is, yeah, there's nothing I want to play. It's going to stay quiet from not being turned on. So there you go. I agree with that. So Corey Massey says the option for 60 FPS needs to be in every game. See, I disagree with that. I think if that, to me, this comes off as arrogant. Nothing should be there. I mean, to me, if it's 4K 30, I'm fine with that. It's a console. Now, some of the games are going to be 60, like Madden and FIFA and the shooters. So, you know, S and X came in. I thought the S came out in 16. So I could be wrong though. So it came out in 17. So the one come out and then the next one come out a month later. Is that how that works? I can't remember. I mean, it doesn't matter. The X is gone. Like it's like that song by Hall and Oates. She's gone. Oh I better learn how to face it. She's gone. Yeah, I mean, so it's gone. So I'll come and look at that. So it came out in 16, and then the X came in 2017. Yeah, all right, yeah, because yeah, you're right, you're right. The S did come out. Yeah, you're right, you're right. So, I golly, I had to go back and try to remember that. So that's a long time coming. But yeah, hit that like button, people. Shout out to everybody that's here. Um, I mean, look, Phil Spencer isn't the one talking about D.L.S. And again, I just called it that because they may have a solution. They may not. So, I mean, and it may not be as good as the video solution. Just so you know, it may not be as good as the video solution. So, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, again, this is why you always wait. You know, nothing's official until the company comes out and says it. So, what's up, KIOP901? How you doing, brother? How was that? You got a 1080, didn't you? How was that? Was it a 1080 you got? How was that treating you? So let us know. Inquiry minds want to know. I want to know about the 1080 Ti. So you know, I'm all about the 1080 Ti. I remember that. It was the 980. Yeah, I remember people saying I got a 980 Ti like they just won the lottery or something. So you don't expect it to be as good. I don't either, and that's what AMD has officially said. Sick humor. What about that stock price? AMD beating market expectations. I don't know if you saw that or not. So Microsoft had to create their own solution for D.L.S.S. Superset. Well, that's fine, and let's see if but they did it with AMD's help, right? And let's just see if Sony's done something similar. That's all. You're surrounded by the mod nation. So you got a 1080 Ti. Since 2017, you're due for an upgrade. So, all right, is the 2060 a better upgrade than the 1080 Ti? I mean, I'm just asking because I don't know. Like, I don't know the differences. Like, to me, the 2060 should be a better card because it's a newer card, and it's a, I'm just asking. The Rice Eater's got a 980 Ti. I remember when that thing first came out, man. You thought people had sex without a condom on. I mean, but I got a 980 Ti. I mean, his name would scream. So, you know, what's happening at Microsoft and Xbox division right now? Somebody want to know. Well, again, what I think's going on is that Microsoft is moving. And shout out to Mooch. I'm glad he said it. That way, you all don't think I'm just bashing. But I agreed 100% with Mooch. And he was on the Brap podcast last week. You all can go back and check that podcast out. And Brap is actually on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern time. You all want to check it out. It's Enrique's podcast. But if you I personally think Microsoft is moving to a games for service model. Now, I don't think every game will be a games as a service, but I think that I do think that that's what they're going to. I think you're going to see a lot of MMO. And look, let me make this clear. Everybody says, well, MMOs don't work. And I think it's fair to say that, but maybe Microsoft has got some type of internal information that says it will. You see what you dig? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a legitimate question you guys are asking, but that's what I think's happening. I think Microsoft's going to games as a service. They're going to use Game Pass. I do think Game Pass will come to PS4 eventually. They will work something out. PlayStation does not want Xbox Live on their console. They will accept Game Pass. So, and again, Microsoft and Sony, they're working together. And you're starting to see the cracks in the armor, so to speak. So MMOs are the devil. Fair enough. I'm not here to say you're wrong. I'm simply saying that that's the model that works for them. I remember seeing World of Warcraft back in the early 2000s. I mean, in the early 2000s, and saying that this is crazy. People aren't going to keep doing this and buying this, and sure enough, that I was wrong. It worked. World of Warcraft is one of the most popular MMOs in the history of mankind. So, and again, maybe Microsoft has got some internal memo that says, yeah, that's what they're going to be doing. So, all right, now they're talking about, hold on, the 1080 Ti equals a 2070 Super or 2080 based on rasterization. The 1080 Ti is more powerful than a 1070. Oh, really? Cool. Well, damn. How much is a 1080 Ti? Maybe I can afford that now that the 3080s are coming out. So, why would PlayStation want Game Pass? It's just the way to. One, it extends. Listen, PlayStation 4, okay, not PlayStation 5. It extends the life of PlayStation 4. That's why. That's it. And they don't have to maintain it. Microsoft can maintain it. So, and it will allow you to play games that Xbox has over there. So that's why. But again, they may not. They may say kick rocks. I mean, I'm just saying, But how much is a 1080 Ti? So I'm just asking before I get out of here. That's what. Oh, another $5 super chat. Rice Eater 79 says he loved that I went on Ryan's postcast and stood your ground against their toxic fake gamer narrative, saying they won't play a game at 30. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, they may not. I will. So everybody has their preferences, but I don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that people feel this come across as entitled. Let me make this clear. There are people who they sound entitled. Okay, that doesn't mean they are. They sound like it. So it's called PS Now. Yeah, but what if they were to incorporate it and say PS Now and Game Pass on PS4, $19.99 a month? And look, not everybody's getting on the midnight train to Georgia. Okay, shout out to Gladys Knight and the Pips. Not everybody's getting on the midnight train. Look, you may not be able to get a PS4 in the United States till June or July of 2021. That's how bad the backup may be. KIOP 901, shout out to the PC community. Oh, he says once I upgrade, he'll. Oh, man, I appreciate it. Yay, a 1080 Ti. I guess that makes me pretty cool. So, all right, I appreciate that. So, Impatient Fire said he's waiting on the 3000 series cards. He'll get a 3080. I mean, again, I can't believe you guys just went out and spent $1,200 on a 2080 Ti. So, just and then you're gonna get something else. Wow, mixing the money at it isn't working. Again, it's just a thought to extend the life of the PS4. So I don't mind 30 on the Switch, but on the big screen give you headaches. Depends on the game. Okay, depends on the game. Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation 4 is 30 frames a second, and I think it's one of the best games I've ever played. So is I'm trying to think. Isn't Ghost of Tsushima in that 30 frames a second? Everybody's saying it's game of the year. So it just depends on your preference. Now, what if you were to say, well, the developers they ought to make that's hyperbolic and that is problematic. You don't get to tell the developers what to do. So now you could say, hey, hopefully now you could make the same type of statement. You could say, I hope the developers would look at maybe doing a 60 FPS mode and and drop it to 1080p, which I think a lot of people will accept because ain't nothing wrong with gaming at 1080p. So so they publish their games on PS Now, PlayStation Store, not allow game. Again, they could do that. I'm just saying that there's workarounds, okay? So it doesn't have to be exactly what it is at first. I mean, I remember doing playing drums in a band, and you have a 4/4 syncopated beat. You'll change it to a 5/7. You'll add more fills. It's not going to be the same thing you put down first. So, and that's fine. So 500 for a 1080 Ti. Ouch. So Robert McLeod saying to stop making you feel old. I know the feeling. So you ain't gonna skip out on the great. Yeah, I'm gonna play the medium because I'm interested in that type of story. I don't care that it's 30 frames per second. Okay, I didn't care that Hellblade was 30 frames per second. I love the story. So that's just me personally. Now that doesn't mean that if you do mind it, it doesn't mean you're wrong. Okay, y'all. Again, you all have to learn how to disagree without being disagreeable to each other. So, but it just is what it is. Fernando Perez, what's happening, Fernando Perez? He says, remember when the bots? Yeah, look, yeah, they scared now. Yeah, look, all the lies they told got exposed last Thursday. I mean, everything got exposed last Thursday, so don't feel bad. Yeah, I agree with you. So, the true Virgil says because of the abundant experience, the Messiah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm pretty expert at busting your cheeks if you lie. I mean, look, if you lie, I will hurt you. If you make a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes, if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. But if you lie, I hurt you. A lie means you are purposely saying stuff to be wrong. So somebody says Xbox is dead. I disagree, but okay. The only thing can provide, Rice Eater says, would be higher frames per second, but then at 2,000. Well, again, the medium on PC probably will run at 60. I mean, it would probably be like 1080p 60 or 1440p 60 or something like that. I mean, you're seeing Sony's games, Horizon Zero Dawn can run on a 1060 and 580. I mean that's those are shout out to Optimus Code because remember he said that he said the games are being coded to the 1060 and 580. He has said that multiple times. So let's see here. Remember the 1080 Ti cannot do ray trace. So to me, KIOP 901. I have said to me ray tracing is more of a MacGuffin. I don't think it's going to be as big a deal as these cats are telling you, but that's my opinion. Okay, that's my opinion. So I don't expect a whole of a lot of ray tracing. Ray tracing will not be the same as HDR was to console gaming. HDR literally changed the way we game. I mean, it looks fantastic. So at the end of the day, you will have some ray tracing, but I don't think, especially at the beginning of the generation, I don't think you're going to have a ton of it. You'll probably see it towards the end of this generation, which is going to last about 5.5 years. So, I agree. Xbox isn't dead. It's just, it's again, to me, based on what I am hearing and what they're saying, what they're showing, it's going to more of a games as a service model, which again, remember I told you all that years ago. It was going to be a subscription service under Microsoft. That's all it's going to turn into. The best way to grow that service is to put it as many places as you can. Henceforth, they shopped it to Nintendo and Sony. To add value to the service, they're putting in their first party games. That adds value because it's like, oh, I can get these first party games. I only have to pay $9 a month or whatever. So that's what I think they're doing. That to me, what has been confirmed. So but we'll have to wait and see. What's going on, Ice Queen Gaming? Shout out to another member, Ice Queen. All the members are taking a victory lap here. Avengers Beta is out right now. Yeah, see, I'm just gonna go and buy it. I'm gonna take a leap of faith, but I'm buying Madden first. Okay. Madden, you all know I played Madden the other day. I beat the Baltimore Ravens 37-7. I picked off Lamar Jackson 3 times. So um, so yeah, they can do it the easy way or the hard way. I'm not the one arguing with developers. Okay, look, if the Xbox community wants to argue with developers, just get out of their way. Do not say anything. Just like, wow, they're actually arguing with developers, but they are. So, is the Avengers beta open? That I don't know. I do not know. So, again, and I don't want to play a beta and then really like it and then be mad, because I can't keep playing. I'll just buy it. If I don't like it, I'll be like, this is trash. I'll tell you. So, but yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, again, look. If they say the Lockhart's going to play all Xbox games at 60 frames a second, I'm talking about Splinter Cell and all those Ghost Recon games that came out back in the day on Xbox. I played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I'm buying it with HDR and all that kind of stuff. All right, no ray tracing, fine, fair enough. But with HDR, fine. That'll suit me fine. So. But again, we'll have to wait and see what exactly they do. So, guys, I'm going to get on off here. Shout out to everybody that came by. Hit that like button. Shout out again to Captain Thug Nasty for coming by yesterday. I had a blast with him. And, yeah, definitely dropped some important knowledge. I am sorry about what happened earlier with that cat, with Snowball sitting up there getting in front of me and pulling out the power cord. So, yeah. But yeah, are there any other questions or anything? But that's pretty much it. We'll have to wait and see if it's got a D.L.S. solution. Super Lucky Tales, if you're interested, because if you grew up in the Nintendo era, we all played platformers. You jumped around, hopped around, stuff like even Contra. Even though you were shooting, it's a platformer. But so Super Lucky's Tales, and who knows? Maybe they put it in VR. I don't know. Lincoln Clay may get it. So Fatal Sharad said he missed the show. Oh, brother, you can catch it on the repeat. I got to take one of them down because I just had a power serve. My girlfriend's cat got in the way. So Snowball. Bad Snowball. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. So but I had to start everything up again. So, yeah, it was a pain in the you-know-what. So, here's 13 scientifically proven ways to become a millionaire. Maybe I'll watch that. But all right then, guys, I'm going to get on off here. Shout out to everybody that came by. So JP Loco, Corey Massey, and Patient Fire, BJ Holloman. Thanks for all the super chats. Rice Eater 79. Shout out to your brother. T Easy 83. Shout out to you for the super chat. Definitely do appreciate it. And guys, that is it. I'm gonna bounce on out of here, and I'm gonna start playing Ghost of Tsushima. I'm gonna order a pizza and play Ghost of Tsushima. I'm seeing these screenshots. It looks fantastic, and I really got to go ahead and get that. Yeah, I do get Game Pass is a cash grab, and it's for incomplete gaming services. Sure enough, Jay Barry played Grounded. He said it was flat out garbage. So I'll take his word for it. I'm not going to get grounded. It keeps on showing up in my inbox, though. But all right, guys, I'm going to get on off here. I appreciate you all coming. Shout out to everybody. Love you guys. Hit that like button, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on some music to take us out of here, I think. There we go.